Is this you? I wonder what's on Netflix. Just one more episode. Well, one season down, 2 more to go. For this.
Hello everyone, it's
I have to polish mountain and why is it
You
in
didn't
my
know that,
newsfeed?
now you know.
Must watch all vanilla videos.
Layer.
For this. You know, I watch too much TV. I really need to get healthy. I'll look up some healthy recipes on Pinterest. Why do you keep showing me pictures of baby elephants, Pinterest? You know that's my kryptonite. I'm looking for recipes. Aww, cute. Pinning it. And then you realize you haven't picked up one of these in a month or two. Some people would call it a reading slump, but I disagree. So let's talk about it. Hey everyone, it's Holly. I've been wanting to talk about this whole reading slump thing for a while now. There's a lot of videos out there about it. I even tweeted two of my favorite authors, Kristen and Becca Ritchie, so it's on Twitter, and had tweeted them that I was rereading the Addicted books after not having read for a long time, and they had tweeted back and said that something like they hoped the characters got me out of my reading slump. And I really appreciated their tweet back and everything. I'm not trying to down them, but I don't consider what I was in a reading slump because I don't believe in reading slumps. And I think reading slumps can be really negative. I think the idea of them suggests that there's something wrong with not consuming reading, like consuming written word in that way. I personally don't have a problem with reading. I have people in my life who will feel like they need to apologize to me for not being readers. And just as much as I would want you not to make fun of me for being a reader, I definitely don't want to come across as somebody who's judging you for not reading. Certain people don't like to read, whether it's because they weren't taught to enjoy reading or that's the way their brain works, that's not how they consume media. That's fine. So I feel like reading slumps really encourage that kind of mindset that not reading is a bad thing. Now if you think it's a bad thing for yourself, then have at it, I guess, but I don't think it is. And a huge part of that is that in my life I've gone through a lot of slump like things, whether it be reading or watching TV or with eating or anything like that. And I really contribute this, for me personally, to the fact that I have OCD. A huge part of my OCD is compulsions. So I have no issues with germs or anything like that. I think that's why a lot of people struggle with the idea that I have OCD. I'm actually very non-afraid of germs. I have a very loose idea of expiration dates, but that's a conversation for another time. But I do suffer from very strong compulsions. And a huge part of that has historically caused me to just throw myself completely into things where I cannot step away from them. Whether it be books, this causes me to stay up very late and to an unhealthy degree in my opinion, or to eat the same food day after day, meal after meal for weeks or months. And it causes me to watch the same TV shows or the same YouTuber or the same YouTube content over and over and over and over again. This leads to burnout. One summer, I only drank Hawaiian Punch. My dad would buy me that huge thing of Hawaiian Punch and I would go through it in 2 days. I did that for 2 months and I have never drinking Hawaiian Punch. It's really hard for me to drink Hawaiian Punch now because I literally burned myself out on it. Every single summer, I watch Big Brother. And every single summer in August, I start to just get so burned out on it and I can't watch it anymore. Right now, unfortunately, I'm in that place where it is so hard to dedicate 3 to 4 days of my life to this show. I get so stressed out from it, and that's the huge thing, is you're getting yourself stressed out about something that shouldn't be causing stress in your life. I shouldn't be stressing about reading a book. It shouldn't matter if I read 1 book in a month or if I read 100 books in a month. It shouldn't matter if I watch TV or if I eat tacos every day. I shouldn't care about these things, and I don't think you should either. But that's why I don't believe in reading slumps, because sometimes you need a break. And you know, this last month has been very busy for me at work. So when I come home, I want to do something so mindless and so easy, and something I know isn't going to keep me up at night. A lot of times I choose to actively not read because I know it's going to keep me up at night, and then I'm going to be up until 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm only going to get 3 hours of sleep. Then I'm going to have to go work at 8, 9, 10 hour day, and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to just have the same cycle over and over and over again. So instead, I throw on some mindless TV show and I play some Zoom Zoom on my phone. Like, that's not a bad thing. It's trying to find what works best for you to make sure you have the best mental health you can possibly have. And yes, I do use a lot of reading slump tricks. If I feel like I want to read, but I'm afraid of those things because it's gonna burn me out, yeah, I'll pick up a reread. I'll pick up a book I know I can read and put down. I'll pick up some of my favorites and I'll just read the scenes that make me feel very good because I know I don't have to read the whole thing. That's great, because it comes with no pressure. This is a huge part of why I've really stopped setting goals for myself when it comes to my reading, because it causes pressure to build on myself. And I think that it's really important that if you're in a reading slump, you reevaluate what's causing that reading slump. And don't feel apologetic for it. Now I know I come on here and I say, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't posted a video in a long time. It's really easy to apologize for things because you feel bad, but you shouldn't. And yes, pot, meat kettle, but it's something I'm working on. So I really encourage you to do that. And obviously, if you want to call it a reading slump, call it a reading slump, because you do you and I'll do me. Don't put too much stress on yourself. That only makes things worse, in my opinion. But it's not like my opinion is any more valid than any of yours. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, tips for people who go through any kind of burnout, feel free to let me know. Also, if you want to make any suggestions for books, TV shows, food, whatever, in case somebody needs a break in their life on any of those areas, feel free to leave them below as well, because I think sometimes that's all you need is a little spice in your life. Your input would be appreciated. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you can at least understand what I meant. I'm not 100% sure I understand what I said. We'll see in editing. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.